watching ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
We're learning more about a fire that broke out last night on a lake in Dedham. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Blake Lipton. A destructive invasive species has been detected in 3 areas of Maine, what wildlife officials are saying. And the Deer Isle community honored a UPS driver for his decades of service at the town's 4th of July parade Monday morning. Those stories and much more coming up. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs for a look at your forecast.
Hey, happy Tuesday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks. Across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Already a small craft advisory is in effect, lasting till about 5 p.m. Winds will be stirring up the ocean yet again with another system that will be moving in throughout the daytime today, really approaching later on tonight and in the daytime tomorrow. For now, it's just increasing clouds this afternoon as we have our eye on that. With this system right here that's going to be tracking off towards the east, this will give us some decent rain chances coming up overnight tonight. Some areas can see up to an inch of rain before we're all finished up. As for the rest of today, though, again, increasing clouds, a few rain showers possible late with decent rain on the way overnight tonight and parts of the daytime tomorrow. As for the wind, all right, not too bad yet, but they will be increasing throughout the daytime today, especially along the coastline. Some gusts getting closer to about 20 miles per hour, and we'll keep the winds going overnight tonight as well and really picking up into the daytime tomorrow. So upper 70s on the way today, increasing clouds, some afternoon rain showers with that south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 59 degrees. Rain will be likely overnight, with that south wind backing off to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. But picking up tomorrow as well, middle 70s, some morning rain showers, then gradual clearing once it ends with that northwest wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. In our early forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, increasing clouds, chances for rain late, temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, Devin, thank you very much. A fire broke out late last night on a lake in Dedham. Details are still coming in, but we have confirmed a structure fire on Phillips Lake Monday evening. Multiple departments were called in. No details on the cause of the fire or if anyone was injured. We'll keep you updated as more information becomes available this morning. A destructive invasive species has been detected in 3 areas of Maine, and the Department of Agriculture warns it could harm our beautiful Maine forests if proper measures aren't taken. Our Dylan Holloway has the details.
If you're like me, you probably can't wait to go camping and enjoy some awesome outdoor activities. But if you plan on using firewood, you'll want to take some precautions to avoid bringing along unwanted hitchhikers.
The emerald ash borer is a shiny green beetle native to Eastern Asia that packs a big appetite. And according to the Department of Agriculture, Conservation and Forestry, this destructive invasive species has recently been detected in Maine.
It feeds beneath the bark of ash trees. We have a lot of native wood borers that do similar things, but the emerald ash borer didn't evolve with our trees, and it causes very significant damage in it, and usually tree mortality within several years of infestation.
State entomologist Allison Canody works as the Director of Forest Health and Monitoring for the Maine Forest Service. She says there have been 3 recent detections of the emerald ash borer in Oakland, Waterville, and Lewiston. Canody says there is currently a containment order in effect to prevent this pest from spreading further.
It is pretty widespread throughout the Northeast right now. Maine is kind of on that advancing front.
According to Canody, emerald ash borers easily spread by traveling on non-native firewood.
Emerald ash borer, we know, doesn't move very far on its own, but we can move it really long distances in firewood.
She recommends not transporting firewood beyond 10 miles, so it's best to buy your firewood as close to your camping destination as possible. Another tip is to only use firewood that has been heat treated and has a state seal on the package. And if you've already transported firewood, don't panic.
So if they can burn it all within 24 hours, that's the best step to do. Burn it as quickly as possible. And also just make sure to burn not only the firewood, but any bark and debris that might have fallen off of it.
And if you can't burn it all that quickly, you can always reach out to the Department of Public Safety to have a ranger properly dispose of it for you. More information can be found at don'tmovefirewood.org. I'm Dylan Holloway reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Researchers from the University of Maine recently published a perspective piece on the causes and dangers of obesity. UMaine School of Nursing Assistant Professor Catherine Robinson says the #1 killer of Mainers is chronic diseases, and she says obesity is considered a part of the chronic disease spectrum. She says the worldwide number of overweight or obese children nearly quadrupled between the years 1975 and 2016. Robinson says the high prevalence of obesity is further complicated by social, economic, and cultural factors such as Maine's aging population, high poverty rate, and low health literacy.
Now that we're going through the COVID-19 pandemic, we really saw how obesity affected our hospitalization rates, our venting statistics, the way that the COVID-19 pandemic influenced those that were classified as obese as a comorbid condition. So that's why we focused on that one in particular, is because it's so crucial in the state of Maine that obesity is addressed, because it is literally considered an epidemic and it's a crisis in the state of Maine.
Robinson says we must capitalize on the successful infrastructures created during the COVID-19 pandemic and focus on the crisis of obesity in Maine. Well, Russian forces are not stopping their advance into eastern Ukraine after scoring a major victory on Monday. Nate Foy has more from Ukraine.
The back-and-forth battle of the Donbas region now favoring Russia as the Ukrainians evacuate from their last stronghold in Luhansk province. Vladimir Putin declaring victory on Monday in the city of Lysychansk, where he claims his forces pushed Ukrainian defenders out after weeks of relentless shelling and missile attacks. But the Ukrainians tell a different story. They say the withdrawal was strategic, getting troops out of harm's way before they were surrounded. Those forces now regrouping as Russians push deeper into the east.
We cannot lay down our weapons because otherwise we will disappear as a state, as a nation, as a people. Russia has chosen the path of war. Ukraine is fighting on the path to peace.
Russia is now focusing on a narrow slice of the Ukrainian front line, hoping for a major breakthrough that would allow them to consolidate their control and possibly take over all of eastern Ukraine. The Pentagon responding with another $820 million military aid package.
The goal is to make sure that Ukraine can continue to defend itself and can defend its sovereignty and its territorial integrity.
Meanwhile, on the diplomatic front, world leaders are meeting in Switzerland, discussing how and when to start rebuilding Ukraine.
We need all of the free world supporting this effort, and it must involve all of those who have been active in helping Ukraine defend itself.
Ukraine estimates it will cost $750 billion to rebuild the country after the war. Reporting in Lviv, Ukraine, I'm Nate Foy, Fox News.
Well, a Corinth student has a lot to celebrate. 17-year-old Alexis Whitty just completed her junior year at Central High School in Corinth. This student athlete found a way to juggle her sports schedule with her school responsibilities and successfully earn her emergency medical technician certificate along the way. It's an accomplishment she is very proud of.
I've always wanted to help people, and I like to stay busy, and I felt like this could be something I could do both, like stay busy and be in the medical field.
Whitty says her goal is to one day work for Lifelight. Well, the Deer Isle community honored a UPS driver for his decades of service at the town's 4th of July parade Monday morning. Sierra Jordan was there to capture the special moment.
Jimmy Cook is a UPS driver who has been working tirelessly for nearly 40 years in Maine.
When the kids saw the truck come, Jimmy's here! So he's just a part of all of our families.
During his time at UPS, Cook joined the company's Circle of Honor, which is an elite group of drivers who are 25 years accident-free.
We tell the younger drivers when they come in that, if it's a bad day or whatever, a smile goes a long way, and people pick up on it, and they're going to help you, they're going to assist you, and just forget everything else and focus on what you're doing at work and just laugh.
In light of his 11 years of service in Deer Isle, the community wanted to thank Cook in a special way for making their days a little brighter.
Congratulations, I can't think of anything better.
Together, the community selected Cook to be the Grand Marshal for the annual Independence Day Parade.
There were so many people that wanted him because they knew he was going to retire and they wanted to give him a good send-off, and so I took it to the board and the board said, sure, why not? So here we are.
As Cook drove through the Deer Isle village in his all-pink suit and UPS bucket hat and shoes, residents held up their red, white, and blue flags, praising and shouting his name in appreciation.
We have the one and only Jimmy Cook.
Cook has recently retired after 36 years of service with UPS.
It's epically humbling. I've never felt so much love as I do here.
In Deer Isle, I'm Sierra Jordan reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
All right, Sierra, thank you very much. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, there was plenty of more July 4th festivities going on around the area. We'll have more when we come back.
Ace Roofing, proudly serving the Central Maine area. Book your new roof for July and receive a 10% discount. Call 207-949-6694 for superior quality, service, and workmanship. Ace Roofing.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again.
They got my hospital and surgery bills paid for and got me $250,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary and live in the area, call now to see how this little card could get you some big benefits, including money added back to your Social Security check. With one toll-free call, you can find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage, plus extra benefits. You get an all-in-one plan designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage, prescription drugs with $0 generics, dental, vision and hearing, plus the WellCare Visa Flex Card, money for over-the-counter items, and money back in your Social Security check each month, and so much more. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare plan for a $0 monthly premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 monthly premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-877-282-3827 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, including up to $840 each year added to your Social Security check to help cover your Part B premium. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free plan guide will give you the details you need to make a smart choice for your Medicare coverage. Just call 1-877-282-3827. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information. So call 1-877-282-3827. WellCare. Call today.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
The annual Brewer Bangor Independence Day Parade took place this morning for the first time since 2019. Folding chairs lined Wilson Street and cars backed up side roads, making it clear the parade was an event many members in the community couldn't miss.
It's nice to finally be able to get out again. I love a parade.
What's your favorite part about July 4th?
Friends and family.
Are you going to go see fireworks? And what about you? What do you like about July 4th?
Love celebrating the birth of America and love celebration. Right, bud?
Yeah.
My favorite part about the parade is like the gun shooting in the air.
The loud stuff.
Yeah.
I got one thing to say. America!
So nice to see everybody coming out here and enjoying the sunshine together as a community.
We always like to be involved in the parade. It's a great time to spend time with family. I've been serving in the Army National Guard for 22 years, so also great to come out and support fellow veterans.
It's nice to be able to be free again, sort of. I think it's wonderful. It's really great to see everybody everywhere. Yeah.
And Bangor continued its Independence Day celebrations with free live music at the Maine Savings Amphitheater and some fireworks over the Penobscot River. Well, the mile-and-a-half-long Bangor Brewer 4th of July Parade also featured a large group of Maine veterans. Our Jody Hersey has their story.
World War II veterans are becoming harder to find these days, but thanks to Cole's Land Transportation Museum, 3 of them participated in the Bangor Brewer 4th of July parade, including 101-year-old Ed Hendrickson.
These parades are great. I've been in all of them.
Hendrickson says serving his country was just what you did as a young man, growing up in the 30s and 40s.
I did the same as everybody. They wanted to serve the country and, get rid of the enemy.
98-year-old Don Galoob and George Newhall also celebrated this Independence Day at the Bangor Brewer Parade.
It's a great thing that we're able to be alive today to do it.
Cole Land Transportation Museum Director Jen Munson says our veterans are the reason we are all able to celebrate our independence.
4th of July is kind of a time for us to celebrate our independence and our nationhood, and to be able to really enjoy what it is to be an American and to kind of get back to those roots that sometimes kind of drift away a little bit.
Vietnam veteran and Cole Museum volunteer George Bridgham says he plans to participate in parades for many years to come.
As long as they're having them and as long as I can walk or ride around, whatever the case may be, I will be in it.
In Brewer, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Well, one local 4th of July celebration would not be the same without pancakes fresh off the griddle. It's been 3 years since the Bangor Breakfast Kiwanis Club hosted their annual pancake breakfast. Bangor and Brewer community members kicked off their Independence Day with pancakes, sausages, and more at Jeff's Catering, hosted by the Bangor Breakfast Kiwanis Club. Members of the 4th of July Corporation say it feels great to finally bring back the tradition.
Having it back, it opens at 7 a.m. We go until 10 a.m. this morning. It's just one of those things where you kick off your day and then you have a whole day of either going to camp, attending the parade, doing whatever you're going to do. But today's a great starting point for your day.
A lot of energy that goes into making this thing happen. Literally hundreds and hundreds of man hours to put this thing together before today. And we're tired. We want to see this show go off with a success, and we want to go home and take a nap.
Well, following the breakfast, folks enjoyed the Bangor Brewer Parade, then a first-ever free concert by the Bangor Symphony Orchestra, finishing off the night with fireworks over the Penobscot River. Bernacchi says all proceeds will benefit the Eastern Maine Medical Center's Lafayette Center to help cover medical expenses for the Children's Cancer Care Unit. Meanwhile, members of the Maine Army National Guard's 120th Regional Support Group spent this Independence Day overseas. The 80 soldiers who make up the 120th are currently deployed serving in Poland, Latvia, and Lithuania for the next 9 months. The soldiers took time out of their day to celebrate the 4th of July by posing for a few pictures holding the American flag. And the Bar Harbor Rotary Club served up 4th of July favorites during their annual seafood festival at the town's athletic field. Guests were able to enjoy Maine lobster rolls, hot dogs, hamburgers, French fries, and a watermelon to fuel up for the day. Proceeds from the event help support future Rotary projects and local nonprofits. Lisa Horsch-Clark explains how the pandemic affected the club's ability to do what they love most.
We haven't had a whole lot of in-person service opportunities because of COVID, and our club had been really craving to get back to work. And so we have hundreds of volunteers helping out today. And in the end, between breakfast and lunch, we'll feed thousands of people. It's been a great day so far.
The club was first started in 1968, and the Seafood Festival is one of its most popular events. All right, later in the show, what's a little July 4th without some hot dog eating? We'll have more after the break.
Ever wondered, wouldn't it be great if I could get my McDonald's chicken favorites with an extra kick of spice? Your flavor buds are in luck. Spicy Chicken McNuggets are seasoned with cayenne on the outside and that juicy all-white meat chicken on the inside. And the Spicy Crispy Chicken Sandwich is topped with a spicy pepper sauce. And suddenly, your flavor wish has come true. Our 10-piece Spicy Chicken McNuggets are back for a limited time. And our Spicy Crispy Chicken Sandwich is always here, always spicy. Add any size Dr. Pepper for just $1 more.
The signs of spring are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And the flowers bloom with warmer days on the horizon. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort with the changing of the seasons. With a push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever spring brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis persists, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When UC got unpredictable, I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand,
Rinvoq helped visibly repair the colon lining. Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
He was just irate, kicking the car. I'd never seen him get so angry.
Her ex-con ex tries to sound reasonable.
Why would you agree to help her with her car if you hadn't damaged it?
Because I'm a good person. And says the trouble's with her.
He had gotten an attitude, was picking a fight with me in the vehicle.
Did you drink at the casino?
Yes, ma'am.
After she had seen the phone call from this other girl, I guess she was mad about it.
Next, Judge Judy.
Tuesday at 5, only on ABC 7.
And now for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Chuck Syverston.
Amber Heard's lawyers have asked a judge to throw out the $10 million verdict against her in the defamation case filed by ex-husband Johnny Depp. Her team is arguing that the verdict was not supported by the evidence and that one of the jurors may not have been properly vetted by the court. No decision yet from the judge.
A war is coming.
The fourth season of Stranger Things has set a streaming record for Netflix. The show had 7.2 billion minutes of streaming viewers in the U.S. between May 30th and June 5th, after some of the new season's episodes dropped May 27th. That's the highest one-week total since Nielsen began tracking streaming data 2 years ago. David and Victoria Beckham celebrated their 23rd wedding anniversary with sweet tributes on social media. The Beckhams met in 1997 at the height of their respective fame. David as a soccer star, Victoria as Posh Spice in the Spice Girls. The soccer player and the pop star were married July 4th, 1999, in a lavish ceremony at an Irish castle. The Beckhams are now the parents of 4 children. As Victoria puts it on her Instagram post, they said it wouldn't last. And celebrating birthdays today, singer Huey Lewis is 72 and Sopranos star Edie Falco is 59. And that's what's happening in Hollywood.
All right, when we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast. We'll be right back.
The best value for your money is always at the Furniture Gallery. And now, your choice of queen foam or innerspring mattress, only $2.99. Take home this Ashley recliner, also only $2.99. Only at the Furniture Gallery.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again. There's absolutely no fee unless we win money for you.
I called the twos after I was hurt by a drunk driver. It was free for Lowry and Associates to get started on my case. They got my hospital and surgery bills paid for and got me $250,000.
I'm Jim with Lowry and Associates. Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
This week, America's Game celebrates some of America's greatest cities.
Boy, we've traveled a lot.
And our wheel spinners
We have all Chicago and D.C. area residents with us.
came to represent their hometowns.
I cheered for the Miami Dolphins.
I was named after one of the oldest bakeries in San Francisco.
It's a funny coincidence because my given name is Sarah Lee. All this week on America's Game.
I love it.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
The best value for your money is always at the Furniture Gallery. And now, during our Summer Sizzler sale, your choice of style, sofa, and love seat for an incredible low price of $9.99. Only at the Furniture Gallery.
Well, Joey Chestnut may be a global sensation for his hot dog scarfing abilities. We like to think we have our own ace here at home. This weekend, some of our team Mustard showcased their own stuff in their classic hot dog eating contest.
Thought I had a good approach. I was going dog bun, dog bun, dog bun. Little did I know I was going to get punched in the mouth when that first hot dog went in.
It's a mental game. Yeah.
I was thinking grab 2 dogs, put them in my mouth immediately. I guess my mouth was just a lot smaller than I thought it was.
It was rough out there, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I still got some meat sweats going on here.
The problem is you have to actually swallow it.
Saw Dylan drop one early on, knew I was in good shape.
Come on, that wasn't a good idea.
I tried not to be intimidated out there. It's kind of like playing next to Michael Jordan.
You could see it in his eyes. It was like a tiger stalking his prey.
He was wolfing them down, you know, boom, 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 nonstop.
Come on, get me out of it.
I feel good. Broke my record. Again, comes down to mental toughness and experience helped here today.
I was #1 overall pick in the draft, and I let everyone down. I let my family down. I let the fans down.
I got stuck after that first mouthful of food. Stuck.
When you guys come up with the artichoke dip competition, come back and talk to me, all right?
Probably could have used some mustard.
I'm sweating as bad right now as I usually do in Friday conditioning.
They talked a lot more than they ate.
But I have to say one thing. You will never see a glizzy gobbler prepare like I'm going to prepare this next year for this competition. You're never going to see a glizzy gobbler work as hard as I am for this next year's competition. I promise you that.
Excellent job, gentlemen. Congrats to Dave Peck. And I don't know, there's something about that. It's just both disgusting and exhilarating at the same time. Certainly got a future Joey Chestnut there. Well, here's your full forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, happy Tuesday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, small craft advisory is up until 5 p.m. on Wednesday. This is because we have our eye on our next system that's really going to be keeping things active, and especially along the ocean. It's not very active just yet, but it's going to be happening in just a matter of hours, though, as we're already starting to see clouds moving in from the west and the northwest, and we'll all be tracking in our direction throughout the rest of the daytime today, with the rain approaching coming up later on tonight. There's all this rain right here along this warm front, though, and it's going to be tracking off towards the east and giving us some decent rainfall coming up overnight tonight, as this area of low pressure will be tracking right on top of us. The warm front will stay to our south. As for the wave heights, we're not near that advisory level just yet, only at around 2 to 3 feet, but we will be getting there coming up overnight time to the daytime tomorrow. And even this afternoon, too, some gusty winds reaching up to about 15 to 20 miles per hour. I think the concern is going to be more tomorrow, though, with some of those gusty winds really reaching up to about 30 miles per hour in a few areas, so we need to be ready for that. That system now will be passing through. Our average high is now 80 degrees. We'll be a little bit below that for the next several days. In the middle to upper 70s, but not too bad for this time of the year, about seasonal from what we usually see for this time of the year as well. Again, moving forward, though, dew points, they're going to be kind of up and down moving forward, though. Here's dew points for Tuesday and Wednesday, reaching up into the lower 60s. They fall back Wednesday and Thursday, rising again by Friday into the middle 60s and falling back again. So that's a couple days that we're going to be watching for some humid days, but that's going to be about it once we get those fronts through. Either way, though, UV index forecast is rather low today. It is 92, so that means a bird time of 60 minutes. That does mean you can still get
It's a star-spangled 4th of July week on Jeopardy!
Whew, a lot of back and forth in this round.
And if this category is not your thing,
Orchestral instruments.
perhaps we can interest you in
Non-orchestral instruments.
Or how about a bit of the 90s?
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
These clues are a big hit. Plus, go from the studio to the Speedway.